Let me give you an example, too, of a patient this happened to. Sonji Wilkes out of Colorado, second son born. She did all the work to make sure the hospital was under her insurance plan, everybody. Child had a medical problem at birth, and they had to take him to a neonatal intensive care unit down the hall in the same hospital. Turned out he was hemophiliac. When they got home a month later, got a bill for $50,000. Why? Because even though the hospital was under her insurance, she testified before our committee that they had contracted out their neonatal intensive care unit. Now, how in the heck would you ever know that or know to ask that?
Right.
I mean, a $50,000 bill. And so this is the kind of thing that's happening. The system's being gamed and the consumers are losing, and we're going to put a stop to it.
Two of the women on our producing team, same thing happened with them. Very similar stories. And, they had to fight, and it's exhausting. But it's interesting because the money ultimately is going, or the profits from this, a lot of it's going to private equity?
In some cases, what we found is that there are some private equity firms that have bought companies. They buy out medical practices. They buy out the management of the emergency room. And in one case, we know they took it out of network, raised the charges 96% over what was billed before, and it was out of network. And you don't always know when these changes occur in your insurance, too. So that's a piece of this, is transparency for consumers. And there's big money here. And I'm a capitalist, but this is outrageous, and it's unfair, and the consumers are getting the raw end of the stick.
I've got two other topics I got to hit with you, but quickly, you just alluded to the fact you're a capitalist. This is not usually a Republican thing, or it hasn't been in the past. What's happening with the party? Is that party also moving a little bit further left here?
No, I've always been pro-consumer, even though I was a business owner. But when people are being taken advantage of unfairly, you'll always find me in their corner.